Welcome to another Fibrenew podcast. My name is Jesse Johnstone, your humble host. In this edition, we talk with the mother-son franchise powerhouse team of Carla Ceron and Diego Rosales Ceron of Fibrenew, Mexico City. Carla has been operating Fibrenew in Mexico for over 20 years, and Diego was just 3 years old when his mom started the business. In this podcast, he shares some many fond and funny stories of his earliest memories of his mom working the business and how she handled it all. Carla shares some sage life and business philosophies that have served her well, and we talk about how they have structured their business today, from their technicians, their office administrator, their shop setup, the type of work they do, and a whole lot more. They also share how they work together as mother and son, what lines need to be drawn to make it all work, and what the future holds for their franchise. Carla and Diego are amazing people. Their story is very inspirational, and we hope you enjoy listening in. Enjoy. Cheers. You guys are a mother-son franchise team. We're working together for a short while, but Diego, in your lifespan, you've always known Fibrenew. It's always been around, right?
Always, all my life, my friend. Since I was 3, I think, right? Yeah, 3 years old. So yeah.
You guys were established in 2000. 24 years later, there have been many twists, many turns, many customers serviced, many things observed, and many adventures, obviously. And I'm hoping in this conversation we can cover a lot of that. First of all, how are you guys doing?
Well, excellent. Still loving Fibrenew, I always say that I love Fibrenew since I start. And now 24 years later, for me, it's overwhelming what Fibrenew is for me.
Yeah, and for me as well, I've only started working a year ago with my mom. But, as you said, Jesse, I've been around this Fibrenew atmosphere my whole life, so it's been great. It's been an amazing experience. And now that I'm working, I really get to know what Fibrenew is, so we've been doing great, I think.
And also it helps to understand how mom was and why mom was like that.
The way she was. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, big time.
Carla, let's go back to 2000 and right from, you being introduced to Fibrenew. Let's start right from there, from the very basics. How did all that come around?
Well, I think so. It is a wonderful story because, my husband was Ramon, and he, I am a little bit intense and all that. So when we got married, we have the babies. And then he says, Carla, you have to do something for yourself. You have to have a business of yourself. You have to be independent, because we don't know what will happen in life. And it's very important you to be an independent woman and to have a business. So he was looking all around, we checked McDonald's, we check fabrics of candles, laundries. Well, you have no idea how many things we have looked for. And then Raymond was, in that time, checking in internet that is not the Google that we have and nothing to do at all, 24 years ago. But, he checked and he saw this Fibrenew. So he printed the information to me, and when he arrived home and he showed it to me. And I said, hey, this seems it is like magic. And I am not sure this really works, And he says, I am interested. This is quite unique. And I want to look for all this, And I said, okay, let's do it. So Raymond get in touch with Michael Wilson. And he says, we are from Mexico City and we are interested. And Michael Wilson says, if you're interested, come to Canada, to Calgary. And then Raymond comes with me and he says, Carla, we are going to go to Calgary. So in that time, Diego was 3 and Jose Ramon was 4. And, we took the plane, and we arrived to Calgary. And then there was Mr. Michael Wilson, and we start talking and we make this road trip with the Fibrenew that was there, and we check everything. And for me, it was fantastic, I was like very excited to see the business on the road and checking everything. We went to the class, they show us everything. And then, very beautiful talk with Michael and Raymond and all that, and explain how is everything about Fibrenew. And then we arrived to Mexico, and Raymond in the plane, he says, What do you think about? And I said, oh, holy moly. Well, I think so. This is excited. I am interested, and well, let's do it, And in my background, let me tell you that I have no idea about business, no idea about anything. I was a fashion designer, and well, I finished the fashion design, and then well, I got married, and the babies come, So everything was fast, and I have no idea, not even to make a check or an invoice, in that time. So it was really, really hard for me. It was very, very hard. But we bought it. And well, at the beginning, I took my kids with me working, and I put a mat. Well, of course, I knocked the doors. I learned everything. I got one worker with me, an operator, and he didn't work at all. It was very interesting because I took him for the training to Calgary. We went to Lake Louise. We went to everywhere you want to go. We ate beautiful, and he was trained and all that. We arrived to Mexico, and then guess what? In 3 months later, he says, you know what? This is not for me. So it was to die for, for me. It was like, holy moly, I cried thousands. It was very, very hard, but well, at the end of the day, I can't stop. And I said, okay, I have to keep on, even though with the babies. So sometimes I take the babies to the shops that I know that in Calgary and in Canada can't be that. But I took a mat, I put the toys, I put something, an ice cream or something, and I have to do the jobs. So telling you the truth, it has been a very, very hard, but at the same time, very rewarding for me. Because, well, we try with one worker and then with other. But when we start, rolling with these workers and all that, for me was beautiful that I can give, well, we in Mexico can give the opportunity to people to have a job, because sometimes in Mexico it's hard. And so they learn and everything, and we start working with Fibrenew until now, and at the beginning, let me tell you that we have these Google ads and all these words that die, leather, couch, do, all these things, that we don't have, and everything was knocking doors. And I still love doing knocking doors. For me, I think so that one of the most beautiful things that Fibrenew has gave to me also is I meet a lot of people. But face to face, for me, face to face is more important than anything, because for me, Fibrenew in Mexico is service. And it's a quality service. And I think so. This is why we are so successful, because it's a personalized service. It is not like sometimes that you call on the phone and press 1 if you, press 2 if you, no, here is, yes, this is it. What can I do for you? Because it's this. Personal. And personal, and give the quality. Well, there are things that happen in life, and Raymond passes away 11 years ago, and I am pleased, and I am very thankful, because, well, thanks to him to have this vision, that I am an independent woman, that I have a business, that I can give my kids in that time all the things that the needs, to cover all the needs and have a beautiful business, and the time that I can spend with them. So I am thankful to Raymond.
Were you doing the work yourself, Carla, back at the beginning? Or
well, in the beginning, I started doing the works, But for me, in my mind, and so does with Raymond, he helps me with that. It's that we really want a business. We don't want a job. And for us, having a business is to give job to the operators, and me to make the like CEO, the relations, and the because I am commercial, I love selling, I love being with the people. That's me, So it is wonderful, because that is what I do now. But the very important is that I know how to do the things, even though I don't do it, So sometimes my workers say, well, this is done. No, sorry. We can do it much better. We have to start again, or you have to put more top coat on it, or no, it doesn't match the color. So at the end of the day, I see all the operation, even though I don't do it, even though sales is for me, but 100%, but also I check the operators, to do everything perfect. I think so. Here in Mexico, our business is like in a stage that we are in the population,
right?
High-end population.
High-end,
I don't know how to say that.
Premium.
The premium. Yes,
it's a premium service also, because here in Mexico, not everyone can afford Fibrenew, or not everyone wants to pay for what we do, So our most of our clients, are, as my mom said, high-end, premium clients. So we have to match the quality and the service with
absolutely.
That, right? It's so yeah.
Yeah, everything has to be like
you have to be coherent, If you are working with premium clients, then you have to give a premium service,
Absolutely. They have to go hand in hand. Yeah,
that's right.
Yes, right. And even though because of course we don't only do jet planes or Jaguars or things like that, we also do regular things, but always the quality is, for me, it's the one of the most important things that I have to give to my customers.
That's right.
Our customers.
That's right.
Now it's our customers.
That's right. You got to speak in terms of our. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, after 23 years, speaking one, now we are two. So I am trying. Right. But yes, we are us.
Was that the original vision from the beginning?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. For me, what was that, Yeah. Yes, of course, as I has been taught, when I went to the training center and all that, we were told to start with the used car, and then the cars, and then the furniture, and then jet planes. I think so. Everything is a process. And one of the most important things is to be patient. Because it takes time, to have the quality, to have the customers, the right customers and all that. Of course, there were a lot of failures, a lot of mistakes that I have done, but at the end of the day, it's a process. A process. And I think so, of course, we are still learning and all that. But that at the beginning that you have to learn all that, you have to be patient. Well, I try to be patient, and starting in a low thing, and then starting going up to the high end. That for me is what I am looking. Of course, 100%. I like that.
I also think that your confidence grew as she, ran the business. With the years, your confidence grew. So maybe the first year you didn't approach a premium client.
No, of course not.
But after the first year, that she knew better the business, and grew confidence in her, she started to approach those premium clients, and most of them, they're still our clients today.
Is that right?
Told my mom 23 years ago, they still call us today, right? So
yeah, it's wonderful. That's why I was telling you before, it is so beautiful to be in touch with the people, for me, and because we have a connection. They are like some of them are customers that became friends, and friends that became my customers, so we really have a very nice, and of course they promote me, and talk to them about, oh yes, I have someone, it's Carla, and so that's the way I was promoted at the beginning, before Diego gets
mouth to mouth.
It's a mouth
everything
to mouth.
was mouth to mouth,
Yeah.
Okay, now are the ads and all that story, but before Diego arrives, yes, it was just mouth to mouth and knocking the doors. And I think so, even though there's the apps and all that, I won't stop knocking the doors.
Yeah, we still do it.
Yeah.
Even
it's still very effective, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The best way to grow your business, even though we have Google and the Google ads and everything, which they have worked wonders for us.
Mm-hmm.
We still do. We still knock doors, and most of our customers come from a past customer. right?
Yeah.
Right,
And you know what? Also, it is like this confidence that Diego says. I think so. It's also, you go to a restaurant, and you see, because we have these antennas, like these eyes, specialized. So I go to a place and I said, no, this can't be, because I can do it for you. I can't. So in a restaurant, in a hospital, in wherever, it's like something that I have now in my guts, in my blood, that it's, well, yeah, I can do this, so that's the way we do it.
Everywhere you go, right? You're always,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for you, when you talk about premium clients, you mentioned medical, restaurant. I know you do a lot of furniture work and some high-end automotive as well. And then you've recently got into some more aviation work, correct, Diego?
That's right. Yeah, I mean, one of our goals this year and the next year is to expand our business in the aviation industry, right? So the goal for these next 2 years is to do at least an airplane a month. So yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of talks with different important persons in the aviation industry here in Mexico. So yeah, we think it's going to be really good.
Most of us that we do is the automotive, the furniture, and the aviation. What happens here in Mexico with the aviation is that there are some people that do the job, even though we don't have the FAA and all that they don't have that, but they do also the jobs. So it is that as we are more expensive, as we are the quality that we have, some of them, as they are taxi, because let me tell you that Mexico is one of the biggest,
if not the biggest, the country with the most private flights.
Yes.
It's in the top 5 with the most private airplanes and the private flights, so there are a lot of taxis, airplane taxis, that people rent out for some hours and then they go wherever they want.
And so these companies that they have the planes, they have like a workshop, like it is nothing to do or Fibrenew, nothing, And I said, wow, yes, but we have the AA and all that. We'll tell them, okay, give me the opportunity to do one thing, And for me, it is not throwing the money. It is showing them what we are doing, So there are a lot of techniques that we are trying to practice now to do that, talk to them in a different way.
That's right. And yeah, one of the things you said that has really helped us, is if they give us the opportunity to do one job on a seat, we don't charge it, right?
No, we don't.
We don't, because we know the opportunity that can give us, if they see our work and if we don't charge it, right? So that's one of the strategies that we're implementing, and it's been working, but yeah, I mean, we have to approach mostly, private jet owners more than the taxi companies, right? Because they don't want to invest in their planes. They don't care if the city has a hole in it. They don't care, man. They are just gonna,
But you know what is happening? They don't care, but now they are starting to care, because what is happening is, okay, you rent a jet plane to go to Los Cabos, okay? And guess what, my friend? I pay thousands of dollars. And if gonna get inside your plane, I want everything perfect.
That's right.
Perfect, And some of them are awful, So we went to see a company that has 16 jet planes.
16.
Yeah, 16 jet planes, And of course, we are making a quote to all of them. And they are like, whoa. But I said, okay, yes, this is it, and this is how much it costs. But your customers will want to sit down in a beautiful leather seat, not in a damaged one.
It's the value you're going to bring to their service or their brand, right? That's
right. What I say to them is that you guys are going to earn more, because you're going to have more regular customers that want to work with you, that want to rent your planes, because they feel comfortable in your planes, right?
That's right.
But if they rent your plane and they see that everything is damaged, they'll probably just rent it once to you, and then they'll go to the next taxi company.
Yeah.
Right?
Because they remember, right? They remember, and they talk about
they
stuff
do
like that,
remember.
too.
Actually, yeah. I mean, I think that the cheapest jet you can rent for 1 hour, they charge you 8,000.
No, I have no
US.
idea, but it's crazy. No.
It was crazy, you know, $8,000 for 1 hour, you know. So if they're paying that much money, they want it to be immaculate, right?
Yeah, and also what we are trying to do is also to tell them, okay, this quote is because it is very damaged. You know, it is really damaged, and we have to change maybe some of the leather because they're damaged or whatever. So, but if we do it twice a year and to give a maintenance to prevent all those damages, because everything starts with a little hole, you know, and then it's like something huge, you know. So what about if we make this for correct everything, you know, to redo what we have to do and all that, and then what is in my head I have is every 6 months or once a year give a full maintenance to them. And so we're gonna have a full once a year. We're gonna have one the planes, you know, and so it's something that because we do that also with the furniture with the customers. Once a year we go, we make the cleaning, we check everything. So we have this call once a year to see if everything is perfect, and they say, "Oh yes, Carla, please come," or whatever, and then we go, you know. So you know that once a year you're gonna have that job.
And you know, as my mom said, it's the first time is always more expensive than the second and the third and the fourth, right? Because you have to correct everything.
Yeah.
You know, people in Mexico are not really preventive, you know, and we're trying to explain to them that prevention is better than correction, and it's cheaper than correction, right? So we first have to correct it, and then if we give that year once a year maintenance, right, it will be mostly preventive, right? So it will be a lot cheaper. So that's the kind of ideas we're trying to implement with these guys in the aviation industry, you know, and let's see where it takes us. That's right.
It's like going to the dentist regularly, right? You want to prevent the cavities from coming, not have your mouth full of cavities.
Absolutely. It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, with cars, furniture, jets,
everything.
It's everything.
And let me tell you something, Jesse. Something that I love of Fibrenew is that it has no limits. Fibrenew has no limits, my darling. Everywhere we have furniture, everywhere there's something that we can do. We can repair, you know, a car, whatever, everything, you know. So for Raymond, it was something that he was very interested at, you know, because he says, Carla, you can work with the automotive, but at the same time in the automotive, you can work with the insurance companies, you can work with the car dealer shops, with the agencies, there, you know, so name it, and there is no limit. And other thing that I love of Fibrenew, it is that it's quite unique. It's to die for, you know, because yes, you know, because there are some people that do the things, but like Fibrenew, you know, it's quite unique. And also for my workers, it is like they feel like, yes, we are unique, because they said, oh, you're a magician, you know, how can you do that? Because in our minds, in their minds, they don't know that can be fixed. So when you fix it, and they say, whoa, I thought I had to throw it, you know, and you make this for me. So I love that it is unique.
And for you guys, you've obviously done that in Mexico City quite well, but it could be applied anywhere.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, my mom was the only one for a long time. Mexico City was the only Latin American franchise, right? But now that it's beginning to expand, you know, it has also helped us. Right, because the Fibrenew brand is getting the people get to know it more. So if they're in Guadalajara and they're in Cancun or Rivera Maya and they are in Chile and here we are in Mexico City, we're starting to build what you guys built in Canada and the US, and a brand name that everybody knows.
Yeah, you know what, Jesse? I think Fibrenew can be done all over, but the only thing is that it has to be worked, and we have to work hard. I remember very well what Michael says to me, that he says, Ceron, you can do it, but you have to work hard. And telling you the truth, yes. And it's not only in Fibrenew. I think so in anything that you want in life and you want to be success, you have to work hard and you have to be patient and you have to do what you have to do and no complaint, shut up your mouth and work. So I think so, yes, it can be done all over. And I think so our friends in Mexico, in Guadalajara and all that, that's what I try to let them know, yes, we have, yes, you have to keep on, don't stop.
That's right.
Everything can be done. And I think so all the franchises that are all over US and Canada and
New Zealand,
I guess. Yeah. I don't remember, but everybody has to work hard. That's the name of the game.
Yeah, and sometimes, people think about a franchise as a side business, right? Oh, I already have the know-how and everything, so I won't have to make a great effort for make it work, right? To run the business. Wrong, my friends, wrong. And I think that's mostly why most franchises that don't succeed, they have that way of thinking, right? Oh, it's a franchise. I already have the know-how and the products and everything, so I won't have to work hard for it. But the ones that succeed, everyone can tell you that they have worked hard all their life.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So that, yeah.
You have to have that focus is what you're talking about, and the perseverance just to stick with it. Just
absolutely
stay the course is what you're
stay
talking
in the course. That's the phrase. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Today, Diego, you guys have technicians in a shop.
That's right.
And I know you do a lot of work in the shop. You do a little bit in the field, but let's talk about your current workforce. You also have an office administrator. So paint the picture for us on your workforce.
So right now we have 3 operators, full-time operators. Okay. We have Carla, which has been working with my mom for at least 10 years. She's the office administrator, my mom, and then me, that I'm kind of, like in everything. I'm half the time an operator and half the time, an office manager and salesman and everything, but these 3 guys. So Antonio has been working with my mom for at least 17 years. So he's the most experienced guy. Even when we have questions, we go to him, because he has all the knowledge in his head and he's really good at it, and he's fast and he has a great quality of work, So he's our top guy right now. Then comes Gerardo, which I think has been 10 years with you. 7 or 8 years, with my mom. He's grown a lot since he started. I remember him when he started and it was difficult for him, but his quality has improved thousands, his attitude towards the work is better now. So he's a really great asset for the company. And then we have David, which is our youngest operator. He's 19 years old, and he's been with us a year and a half. I think it's a little bit more time for him to get to the 2 years, but I mean the progress has been incredible. He has an open mind on how to do the things, so he always goes and asks Antonio or Gerardo what's the best way to do it, so he has this open mind. He still has a lot to learn, sometimes he's still a teenager, so sometimes he still has that teenager mentality that he doesn't like to be told off when he does something wrong, but
guess what? I am the boss.
Yeah, that's right. And sometimes we have to tell him, man, you're not doing it correctly. Start over, you know?
But you know what, Jesse? I think so. These people, they really, they stay, like, and Antonio has stayed with us for so this long, because first of all, they love what they do. They really enjoy to see what was before and the after, and say, I did it. For them is quite important. And also it's because they have been rewarded, with money. They have a good payment for all the jobs that they have to. So they have a motivation. And I think so one of the most important things that we have also in Fibrenew is that we work in harmony. Okay? Of course, when I have to say something, I say it. Of course, but yes, it's like not everything is like la la la, no. I have to say it, but we work really in harmony. We really, all of us, we have the shirt on. And when the workers, they have the shirt, the operators, they have the shirt on, they give you everything. And so, of course, we are, I give to them and they give to us,
That's right.
So it is wonderful how we are working. And so does with Carla. Carla is the one that makes all these, the quotes, and she makes the calls to the how do you say, post-venta? The follow-up calls. She makes those ones, and the invoices, and receive the cars if they bring us the cars, because we are on the street. So something that I want to share is that I used to have more workers. Once I have the most that I've got, I think so they were 7, 8, something like that, And then, well, it was my decision to make it smaller. It was very crazy for me. I have these teenagers that you have an idea, my friend, so it was very crazy for me. And we slowed down a lot, really, now we only have this free, but now that Diego it's his call, and it is his time to make it as big as he wants. I am here, but now I don't know how long, but one day he's gonna be the top dog, and then you will decide. And I think so. That's wonderful from Fibrenew also. That you can make it as big as you want or as small as you want. I remember this last convention that we've got, that it was. What's her name? That she has been many years with Fibrenew, and she's the only one. She works by herself.
Is that Anne Bennis?
Anne.
Yes.
Anne has been for, I don't know, 22 years, or I have no idea how long. Yeah. And she's by herself. And guess what? She likes it, And then we have, and Steve, that I don't know how many workers he has, and all that. So having this, making this decision, but it is wonderful what works for you. Nothing is much better than the other one. What works for you. And Fibrenew give me the opportunity to have this, and because I also want to have time for me, that in the first I didn't have it, and now that he has grown and all that, I think so that I can do more things, and it's beautiful that I can have a beautiful business and also have time for me.
That's right. Yeah. I'm going a little bit back to the workers. It was chaos sometime when my mom had to deal with 7 guys at the same time, right? 7 operators. I mean, she also had to take care of us, and drop us at school, and then go to afternoon classes, and whatever. So husband, supermarket, husband, So it was crazy for her, and as my mom said at the start of this conversation, now I understand her more, why she was the way she was when we were kids, right? Because she was always on a rush. And right now, even though there are only 3 operators, we're in a rush all day, every day, right? I mean, the work is there. And our obligation is to give the operators work.
As much work as we can.
That's right. So last year was amazing. We didn't have one slow week, the whole year we were packed with work, which was amazing. It was the first time in a long time that had happened in the company.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, the operators, they're extremely motivated, because as my mom said, they have their base salary, but they also have their commissions for every work they do, so that's a motivation that they have. If I do better and faster jobs, I will be rewarded with more money, right? So sometimes they earn even more than their base salary,
Absolutely.
right? With commission.
Absolutely.
So it's up to them, right? It's up to them how they want to work and how much effort they are willing to give to the company, right? So,
and of course, if there's a case that they do a bad job, guess what, my friend? You don't have a commission.
That's right. That's right. They
know it.
They
absolutely.
Need, they also need to have consequences. If they don't deliver the job as we need it to be delivered.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So yeah, it's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah.
Diego, I want to get back on your timeline and your story a little bit. So you're 3 years old. Okay. So
yeah.
when this all began, and you were on job sites or in the shop or whatnot. What's your earliest memory of being with your mom on a job?
Probably it was a car dealership. I think it was a Ford Picacho,
Okay.
right? Yeah, we were very young, and the receptionist from the car dealership always gave us candy or marshmallows, or to keep us entertained. So they have this little kids song where my mom dropped us, and she went to do the work, and sometimes she even left the car dealership, right? Go to do other things and then come back to the dealership, right? So it was crazy. But yeah, I think that was one of the earliest memories, and always being on the road with my mom, in the truck and going from place to place. And actually, a lot of clients that I deal with today, they took care of me when I was little.
Yes, it is what they said. Whoa, you were Diego? It's
That's
like
little Diego. What's going on here?
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Of course, I don't remember them. Right? they tell me, "Oh, I took care of you when you were 4," and I'm like, "Okay, man, first time I'm here about it." Right? Yeah. So, but no, it's been great, and for a long time the shop was at our house, right? So I also remember, the compressor, that the sound of the compressor. I've known it since I was so young, right? So I can identify it, and sometimes, the operators that were there played with us, a little soccer match. So when we were at the house, so yeah, I mean, my whole life has been around Fibrenew. I've known it since I was little. As I told you, I never thought I would work there. I never really got into it until I was a teen, and I saw the opportunity that it was, and for a long time, since I was 18, I think I told my mom, "Hey, Mom, can you give me a job?" Right, and she was always like, "No, you have to do your own thing," and well, you tell them. I mean.
Well, yeah. In my thinking, because Raymond, he says always that the kids, it's important them to open their doors, and not us to give them everything, And so he went to the university. He has a couple of jobs and all that. And now that he's a man, 26 years, 26 years, and then it's another story, because he has already seen outside and now he's interested in inside. So we have a very serious conversation. You know that when your son says, "We have to talk," you say, "Whoa, God, Jesus, what is going to happen here?" It was to die, So, and I said, "Okay." And he says, "Yes, Mom, I want to talk to you." And I said, "Okay, let's talk." So
we were at the middle of the pandemic. My brother had just passed away. I quit my job, and I was wondering what to do with my life. I didn't know what to do. And then a friend of my parents, I have a great relationship with him. We talked about it, and he told me, why don't you approach your mom one more time, but in a different matter, right? So then I planned, how I was going to present this business opportunity to my mom. And then I told her, hey, mom, I need to talk to you. Let me invite you to eat something for a meal. Right, and then we can sit down and I'll tell you what's up. So we went there to a really nice place in the National University, which is beautiful. You know it. We had to, right? We had to be very, very specific on how to present this, right? So my mom was so nervous she couldn't even eat. Nothing. She was really nervous because I don't know what you were thinking, but I think she was thinking I'm moving out or whatever. I don't know. But then I started talking to her, and I told her, Mom, I'm really interested in working with you. I think there's an opportunity that we're missing from working together, and I gave her a lot of different points that I could give to the company and give to her, and on how to become better, and after I was done talking, my mom was so relieved. She thought it was something bad, but at the end it was something really good, and yeah, she was really thrilled about it, and she told me, well, if you want to do it, let's do it, Diego. So I started working the 17th of January. Couple of days after our talk, and that was it. But yeah, it was a really special moment, because it was the first time I talked to my mom not as my mother, but as a business partner or a leader, right? It was not my mom, and I told her that in the restaurant. I'm not going to talk to you like you're my mother. I'm going to talk to you like you're a partner, and I want to offer you an opportunity, right? So yeah. It was really good. It was a really fun moment. Also, we had a really good laugh that day, and
I cried.
My mom always cries. She cries a lot. Me too. I'm really a crybaby, right? But yeah, I mean that was the crucial moment when we understood that we could work together if we maintain our relationship on a business level and not on a mom and son level, and that's something we've been trying really hard, to get that. We are partners now. When we are off the work, she's my mom and I'm her son, right? But when we are working, we are partners, and she's the boss. So I cannot tell her, oh my God, you're wrong or something. No, absolutely not. Yeah. Right? I can give her my opinion, but that's it. She's the boss, and yeah, it's been great.
It has been wonderful. We are as you get more years, sometimes you want to have different things to do. And when my son passes away, my interests changed lots, and I was like, wow, what is going to happen with my Fibrenew, my baby, because it's another baby for me, So it was like, what am I going to do? So I think it was the right moment. It was the perfect moment when Diego comes and says and told me this, he wants to work, because first of all, I am so pleased to work with my son. It's one of the most beautiful things that I can have is working with my son. Seeing him like a man also. It's not my baby, my son, it's a man. And the way he handles the things, he has lots of things of me. And I laughed, because he has like manners like me. And I said, yeah, it's like, I am the mom, of course, but I can say it, but well, and also having the opportunity to be together, and this Fibrenew that I have grown with so much work and all that, to have give a continuous. I think so. It's wonderful, and to put it in a different level. And I remember when Al Krinjak told me that his son is gonna go and work with him and all that, and I say, well, it's like I am not sure I want to work with my son, when he told me. And he always tells me that it is wonderful him to work with his son. And now that I have peace with my Diego, I think so it is wonderful. And the most important thing is to keep on with Fibrenew.
That's right. And it was, for me, it was the best way to give back to my mom what she always gave me and my brother. After my dad passed away, Fibrenew was the only thing that gave us the style of living that we had, and it's a great. We had a great life. We grew up with everything. We never missed anything. We never had a necessity, and that was all thanks to Fibrenew and my mom that worked so hard. In that restaurant, when I approached my mom, that was one of the main things I wanted to tell her. That it was my time to give her back what she gave to us, right? Because it was so difficult when my father passed away, and my mom stayed strong, and she persevered through everything that was happening in her life, just to give us a good life, to my brother and me. So yeah, I mean, it's the best way for me. That's why I love Fibrenew also. I love it for what it is, but I also love for what it gives me, the satisfaction that, okay, I'm giving back to my mom, right? She's not in a hurry anymore. It's amazing because I've got to know another mom, another side of my mom, because since she was always in a rush, I only knew her in a rush. But now she has more time. She goes to eat with friends, and she takes the afternoon off and everything. And she's a different person now.
Oh.
Right. So it's been wonderful giving her back some of the things that she gave to us. That was one of the main reasons that I wanted to work with her. And since it's only her and me, we have to stick together or die, man. So yes, we're just the two of us now. So we'll keep on grinding and working together.
Really beautiful. It's like a whole new relationship, right?
It is. It's wonderful. We're also trying to balance it, because now most of our talks are about work,
about the business,
and ideas and opportunities and everything. And on New Year's, we were talking about that, and we set a goal not to be consumed by the business. We're also mom and son, right? So we need to have conversations that are not about work.
Yeah.
Right. So we're trying to do that, and I think we're going to do it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, we'll work on it. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's a process, as my mom says. We have to still keep on learning a ton of things, but at least for now, we're doing amazing.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I wanted to quickly ask too. I think you came to the table, Diego, with some really important ideas that you maybe saw happening in the business that you thought, hey, maybe we could do this differently. Do you remember some of those things that you guys discussed?
Yeah,
that evening?
I think the most important thing that I wanted to change about the business was the organizational aspect. Since my mom never knew how to run her business, she learned as she went with the business. it wasn't really structured, and my mindset and the way I am is really structured. So that was one of the main points that I talked to her about, the importance of organization, because with organization you become more efficient. You do better the work, you do it faster and everything, and we've been implementing some of the ideas I gave to her that day. They've been really working now. So
sorry for interrupting you. But he says, Mom, we have to buy a, how do you say this?
A whiteboard.
Whiteboard.
Yes.
What does it mean? No, it's like, whoa, what does it mean? And he said, they could put it, and he writes down which jobs we have and who's the worker that is going to do it and all that. And for me, it was like, because I everything have it in my mind, in my head, and I have a notebook. Okay. I am of the old school. So I have a notebook. Okay. Not how do you say computer?
Not a computer.
Not a computer. I have a notebook, a pencil, like that. But really, it's something very small. There are not huge changes, There are small things, but that they make it. Now I understand, now it's much better. And so all of us, we are in the same channel, and the workers can go and see, what's going to be for them and all that.
It has worked wonderfully for the operators also, because we are all in the same page. We all know now what everyone needs to do, right? They are not waiting for, okay, so what now? They already know what now, right?
It's all laid out. Yeah.
That's right. So some of those changes that we're making have really helped us and the operators, and Carla, the assistant.
Other thing is about my phone.
Oh yeah, that's a really important aspect, So my mom, since she started the business, she always had the same phone number, but the phone number was her personal phone number and the business number, right? So right now it's still that way.
Yeah, we are changing.
We are changing. I told my mom, the importance to have your personal phone and your business phone, because sometimes some clients want to talk to her at 9 p.m. and she was used to answer that.
Right? Not anymore.
Not anymore. That's right. We have to make our own hours, and we have to be strict with them, or just tell the clients, hey, I'll call you 9 a.m. tomorrow morning and goodbye. Right. So that's one of the things we're doing. And also not giving my mom the full responsibility of the phone handling. If we have a business phone, then I can handle it. Then Carla can handle it, and also my mom can handle it, right? So she's not always going to have to be on her phone. If she wants to go to a meal with some friends, okay, give me the office phone, and you go, and you relax, and you don't even have to look at your phone now, because she's always looking at her phone because it's a business phone also, right?
And you know what, Jesse, with these AdWords that make me crazy, but I love them, but it's crazy. Wow, all the calls, and it's like, yes, I want to go to, and it's like, whoa, stop.
Yeah, it sometimes really overwhelms my mom.
Yes.
So that's one of the biggest changes we're gonna do this month. I think we're gonna be able to do it this month. My mom having her personal phone for her personal calls, and then the business phone will go all around all of us.
Yep,
that's good. That's a healthy change for sure.
It is. It is absolutely. So we're making the small changes. As I told my mom, I don't want to tell you what to change because I don't know the business.
Yeah.
Right. So I need to get to know how the whole business works before I give like an executive decision, right, on what to change. And I'm still learning, right? I'm gonna need to learn a lot more before I can make those executive decisions. But I can present them to my mom, and if she wants them, we'll go for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. At the end of the day, Jesse, you have to be open, and you know, you're more than anybody. You know that you have to listen. It's okay to listen. There are some ideas that I say, this is not the moment. I don't like it because this and all that. But I think so. Being open has helped me a lot for being more. Well, that I think so. That's more smart, to let other people to talk, because it's another vision, and it's also good, to have different opinions.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And like you said, maybe now isn't the time for some ideas. They can be implemented down the road, but discussing them now is important, getting them out in the open. Yeah.
That's right. But what the results we've been having, her experience and some of my fresh ideas have boosted us.
Awesome.
Right. And it's been amazing, because it's a generational exchange that we have, right?
Yeah.
My mom with her experience, not only Fibrenew, but life experience.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
And then me, I went to college. I did studied international business. So I kind of have some clues of what to do and what not to do. Right. So fresher ideas and experience goes a long way.
It's fantastic.
That's right.
You guys also made a change to work being done more in the shop, I believe. So pieces coming to you rather than you fighting traffic in Mexico City. And I think that made a big difference too, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because, we do some work on site, right?
Yeah.
But what we've seen that for the operators, it's better for them to work at the shop because they're more efficient.
Mm-hmm.
They can work better. If they're repairing a car seat, well, we take the car seat out of the car and then we work it, in the shop instead of working it inside the car, which we still do. Actually, Antonio and me went today to do a car that way. We still do it, but yeah, I mean that change to have most of the things in the shop has helped wonders.
You know what? Also, it's because our market right now is more furniture than cars. We have cars, of course, we have cars, but most of them, they are private cars instead of car dealerships. We have car dealerships, but most of them, they are private, and they not only want you to fix this. They want the whole thing. They want the whole cleaning, and they want us to check all the plastic things, and the leather and all that. So, of course, it takes time, and doing in a place that you can't open the 4 doors and all that. It's not easy to work and not efficient and not with the quality that we want.
Right.
So it has been working very good for us with the customers. We explain them and telling them that why we have to take it to our place,
Okay.
And also with the furniture, for example, it's that there are these leather sofas, but a complete
living room,
the 3-2-1 for sitting. I don't know how to say.
A suite or a set.
Okay, a set. Okay,
Yeah.
And it's not only cleaning it, because of course we explain them. You clean it, but there are going to happen that it will appear all the damages. And they said, okay, take it the whole thing, and you repair the whole thing, and you re-dye everything if you need it, and things like that,
Okay.
So yes, of course, we do some jobs I can tell you 10% we go on the road, and 90% is in our shop.
Wow.
That's right. And as you said, traffic in Mexico City, it's a big deal here, right? So also going around the city, from job to job can be really tedious, and you waste a lot of time, moving from job to job. So this way we are more efficient, right? So yeah, it's been really good working at the shop.
Yeah, and also is that we went, for example, they want us the seat, and we go, and a part of talking with him till Diego is taking off the seat, for example, I make the sale for other things.
Right.
So we it's not only I pick it up and I go. No. We make a conversation and I explain them and I give them so we can have more job. So my workers are on the operators are on the workshop doing that. Diego is removing and I am making the sale. So everything is working perfect.
It's a great setup. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've seen your shop setup, and it seemed to me, I mean, the three guys were working on their primary pieces, and then they had pieces waiting in the wings. So as soon as they're done that one, that goes off to the side. Next one comes up. So it's just, I can see that churn.
Yeah. That their work is continuous. You know, they don't stop, right? Once they finish, they clean their equipment and move on to the next job, right? So for them, it works wonders.
Yeah. They don't make money sitting in traffic going,
right? Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think that was a good hack. That was a good change.
It was great.
Because we also, if we are in the traffic, I am on the phone talking with the people, with the customers or doing many things. So we as we are the sales, we don't waste time if we are on the traffic. But they waste time if they go to a place.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. Yep. Oh, that's good. What does the future hold? I mean, you've revealed that you want to do a plane a month as a goal, but what else have you guys talked about as far as goals in the future goes?
The one of the biggest goals we have is
to put a new shop.
A new shop.
Okay. All right.
We have to move from our current shop this year, probably this year. So that's a big goal we have, to have a new shop and to make it the way we want to make it. The shop that we have right now, it's a little bit improvised.
Yeah.
Right.
It's been retrofitted, right?
That's right. Even though it's a great shop to work in, it's still really improvised, and my mom has the idea, that the guys have a special dining room where they can eat, because right now they eat at their workstations. Right. So that's one of the things that we want, to give them more space, to be there in the shop, to move around, to have more space for cars, because right now we only fit 2 cars in the shop, inside the shop, right? But sometimes we have 4 cars coming, so we have to handle that, So I think that's one of the biggest plans in the near future, having the new shop and the airplane a month.
I also think that maybe in the second half of the year to hire a new worker.
Okay.
It's time. Yeah.
Okay.
It's time.
So we can hire a new worker to make this solid. I think so. David is doing pretty good. The youngest one, and so maybe because of course we want to have more jobs and. And Diego start to learning more about the business, and he started to make this very, very soft, but we're going to start making this change, that he's going to be here. And if I just want to make sales and everything else, everybody can do it. Me sales, and that's it.
Yeah, yes. We're doing this slow transition, where I take most of the reins, and my mom focuses more on sales because that's what she loves.
Yeah.
That's what she likes to do in Fibrenew. Okay, she already had 23 years of being in a rush and always working hard, and now it's time for her to have her own time, her own space, and it's time for me to be in a rush now, to work hard.
Yeah.
She already did it.
Yeah.
She succeeded. Now it's my turn. So yeah, we're doing this slow transition. I don't want it. I don't want it to be right away because I don't know the business. No. I need to know more and more about the business for me to take over. Right. So So yeah, it's a long plan.
Yes.
It's a
It will
long-term
take
plan.
time. But that is on the future, you know.
It is.
It,
Yeah.
it is gonna be, that is gonna happen. Not now, not very soon, but that is one of the things that I want.
Absolutely.
You know? Let me tell you something, Jesse. Yes, for me, it's very important to say it. Like, you know, now I start crying. Sorry, but it's in my heart. I want to thank you. I really want to thank you, Michael, all Fibrenew, because with all the things that had happened in our life and all that, you always give me the support. You know, you're always there. And you are people that understand the needs of my needs. Okay, I'm talking about Carla. So, yes, I want to thank you, Jesse, and thank Michael and all the crew of Fibrenew.
You said it a few moments ago that we all work in harmony, right? We're bound together in this thing called Fibrenew, and that's just what we do. That's the way Fibrenew works, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
right.
Absolutely. You are amazing, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
It was a lifesaver.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Feeling is very mutual. We respect and admire you guys very much, and I can't wait to hang out with you again very soon.
Hopefully very
Yes.
soon. Yeah.
This has been a really great chat. Thank you to both. Really
No,
appreciate it.
thank you
Thank you, Jesse.
for letting us tell a little bit of our story.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
Thank you very much for listening to this Fibrenew podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested in hearing more podcasts with Fibrenew franchisees, please subscribe to the Fibrenew Exchange on Apple, Spotify, Audible, or wherever you get your pods. Remember that each month we hold live webinars with Fibrenew franchisees where we discuss all things Fibrenew franchising, from the work we do, our products, training, support, marketing, technology systems, and a whole lot more. To register your spot, hop over to fibrenew.com/FOF. We look forward to seeing you there. Until next time, take good care. Cheers.